Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I'll turn the music down so you guys can hear me. And we're going to get started with our session. I wanted to come and do a reading for you guys, but before the reading, let's do a little energy work. I also have my mudra staff and some crystals, so I hope all is well and all is divine with you guys. We are in what is considered Holy Week for most of Christian America. The world, not even just America, but Christian, the world. In the US, it's just Easter, which is on Sunday. You may have like a Ash Wednesday, a Good Friday type thing going on. But as it pertains to other places in the world, like here in Mexico, over in Spain, Monday, actually Sunday, the 14th, April 14th, until Saturday the 20th is Holy Week, with then Easter Sunday being the wrap up of all of that. So this is an energy, a collective time of transition. The Christian religion has focused everybody's attention into the transition of the Jesus. I was gonna say the Jesus character, so it just came out as the Jesus. But as Jesus, so everybody's energy is being focused in that direction. But your energy doesn't have to be focused in that direction. So just know that religion and the things that are happening in the cosmic realms, as above, so below, there are portals, there are reasons that all of this stuff is happening at this time. There's a reason that this is always Holy Week. There's a reason, again, Easter falls on a Sunday, Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, all of these things, right after Lent, which was right after sin, you know, the whole Mardi Gras and the biggest party. So see what's happening with the flow of energy as it pertains to what the conglomerate of government or the conglomerate of religion, or in this case both, because it is a government holiday, that is still the merging of that church and state. So good job for seeing this, for showing up. We will be doing some readings, as well as some sound bowls, and like I said, hand mudras. So thank you again. I'm gonna start out with my Florida water. Shout out to the Divine Masculine over there. Hey, babe. Make sure I say what up. Bringing in that energy of balance, that energy of clearing, of updating and upgrading. And let's get started. So feet flat on the ground. Allowing yourself just time to, shift your energy, shake your shoulders out, loosen your arms. Maybe if you can allow your arms, if you're in a chair where they can lay next or just lay beside you freely. You start to yawn. Ooh, that's good. You're moving energy. Even if you just yawned because I just yawned and I triggered you, that's fine, because that's still that movement of energy. And we're in a sacred space. So as we move this energy, it is not an energy that you have to continue to cycle within you. It is now an energy that we can pull up and out and then ground to be recycled through Earth's energy filter, somewhat like when you go to dialysis, if you have some kidney issues, filters like we have in our water system all the time. We are trying to filter the air or whatever it is. So this is our spiritual filter. Yes. So thank you so much again. I'm in such gratitude that you guys are even, showing up every month. Like some of you guys have been with me for about 5 months already. So many blessings to you. If you have any oils that you're working with, grab your water. I want to get you guys all settled in. And starting with the breath. No rush. Go ahead and get your water. I'm going to get some. I was chilling mine. That's tasty. All right. So allowing your feet to be flat on the ground if you are sitting in a chair. Allowing your spine to be straight, parallel with your arms and your legs if you are laying down. Ooh. Releasing that energy yet again, more energy being released for the collective. For as one of us moves energy, all of us begin to move energy. We don't need to know what the energy is, we just need to move it. Because once it's moved, we can be like, ooh, that actually doesn't feel good. That's not even mine. And then because we have a grounding cord, so going into that grounding cord space, bringing your awareness, your consciousness, your attention into the space that is at the tip of your tailbone. Whether you consider it a chakra, a portal, an energy center, whatever you, that root space, imagine your chakra column, your spinal column, your portal of energy column, your energetic body's organs, whatever you decide to see them as. See them as a whole in this moment and focusing in on that root space, the tip of your tailbone. And as you bring attention to it, breathe air into that space with your intention. So just imagine as you breathe in fresh air through your nose, through your mouth, imagine that air going all the way down to that root space, that root chakra space. Filling it up, lighting it up like a pinball machine, how it goes ding, 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 ding. So just allowing that place to light up with energy. And as it lights up, send that energy, direct that energy into the essence of the earth. That nurturing space, that mother energy, that growth energy. That energy of flow. Earth does not fight winter. Earth does not fight death. Earth allows it. In fact, she incites it. Once a year, we do the same thing, same pattern. Death comes, and then there's that transition into life again. We are in that transition from the dark into the light. Completing cycles, allowing us to begin anew into new cycles, upgrading, updating, releasing, and dissolving all things that do not work for us. That which does work for us, we elevate it. We recognize it, we acknowledge it, and we are grateful that we've gotten to that point, and then we upgrade it, update it, and elevate it even more. We declare this is so, and our actions in our daily life back it up. Good job. Standing in that space of the I am that I am. Say that out loud for yourself. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Good job. Breathing in deeply. Bringing your attention back into that root space as you are connected into the center of the earth. Allow that cord, that light, that tether between you and earth to widen so that you could fit within that space if you had to physically jump into that cord or that pipe, that tunnel. Not too wide. We don't want other people to allow themselves or invite themselves to use your energetic cord with earth. Just enough for you, where it's comfortable for you. Good job. And this is what you want to do daily. There is no excuse to be walking around ungrounded. This is important. Daily, taking the time, acknowledging that you are a being of earth, And then plugging in with that cord from your grounding, from your grounding space, your first chakra, your root chakra, the tip of your tailbone, whatever resonates with you. Go from that space and connect yourself into earth. And then simultaneously aware of a golden sun above your head. Maybe about a foot, 6 inches, a foot above your head. This bright pitcher, could be a pitcher, I kind of see mine as a Kool-Aid pitcher sometimes, a bowl, a disc, however you feel it, you see it, just imagine it filled with a liquid essence of you, of who you are at your core, before you had a physical body, before you had a name here on earth, your spirit's essence. So as you release into the earth, Mother takes your transgressions, the things you feel are guilt and shame and ick and depression and sadness, and then you pull in more of your original essence to fill in those spaces that now need refilling. See this light, see this energy going down into your legs, down into your knees, down into your feet, clearing out that space, that gunk, that sludge that makes your legs heavy, that makes it difficult for you to pick up your feet and walk. Reigniting the electric current between your energetic body and the energy of the earth. For Earth's frequency is what keeps us balanced. Very good job, everybody. Now, making this a practice daily is something that will do leaps and bounds for your energy field, for your daily life, and for what you consider your future. Another deep breath in. Thank you very much. And you can open your eyes when you are ready. Good job. Good job. All right. So let's get into the reading. What do we have going on? Let's see. How have you guys been? Like I said, we're in this transition energy. So as you sit there, lay there, you don't have to look over here. You can listen if that's what you are doing. That is fine. So, whatever transition you are in the center of, ooh, there we go. We have a couple cards there. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay. So whatever transition we have happening, this is going to give us some information about the transition. What is it that we need to know specifically as it pertains to our actions for this transition? So as I was shuffling for the transition, we had disruption. So in the traditional tarot, this is the Tower card. This is a falling. You might have been pulling into yourself. It kind of looks, that's a face that, you know, it could be a face of being stoic, of you're not going to break me, of what is happening, of I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to be stoic and like, we're not going to give any clues. But this is a disruption. Things may have been falling apart. You see the earth beneath you. This is us grounding. So even when we do our spiritual work, even if we are grounded, many times we can still feel like we're falling apart. My apologies. We can still feel like we're falling apart. But brace yourself. And this always passes. So it's not forever. So what came up after the disruption is fertility. So what is this? Totally like gardening, totally like springtime. What do you do? You rip up, they call it tilling the soil. You rip up the soil, you rip up everything, because that's when you can then plant your seeds after everything has been destroyed. People out here, what they'll do is they will burn, not even just here in Mexico, but in other places, they will burn their fields. burn after the crops and everything. They'll burn everything, because what burning does, it turns everything to ash. Ash is carbon, that is fertilizer, that is nutrients, that's where minerals come from and stuff. So they'll burn everything, let all the ash settle, then they'll till it. Then they'll mix it with the soil so that they have that deep soil mixed in with the minerals of the old. So all the lessons that you have learned from before, all of the stuff that you've gotten from old times from before, is now the fertilizer for what you're about to do. But there had to be a disruption, a tilling of the soil, a ripping up, or like when they rip up the concrete so they can put down new, fresh concrete. It's like, it's loud, it's noisy, you don't want it happening in front of your house. It's like, no, I don't like it, no. But then what? Then you have fresh concrete, it's smooth, no potholes. So we're coming into a space of fertility. So working in that womb space, working creatively. I'll be making more jewelry. So if you're ever looking for some jewels, you know what I got them for you, boo. And then after that, moving on. All right, so there is a disruption. You are being fertile. And then moving on is about travel. Moving on is about leaving the old behind and, of course, moving forward. So knowing that this is a cycle. Not all cycles are bad. Sometimes we talk about, I think a lot of times, especially in the spiritual community, we talk about cycles all the time as if they're bad. And they're not only bad. The cycles of the moon, that's the same thing over and over and over again. The cycles of the seasons, that's the same thing over and over and over again. So it's okay to go through the same cycles over and over and over again. It's when you're going through the same cycles with the same pain, with the same nonsense, without elevating. If you see life as a spiral, then you're all good. Yes, you may hit you're like, I hit this place, I've been here, but you're actually 2 levels up. You actually 4 notches up. You actually elevated yourself. So that's all we want to make sure that we're doing. As long as we're moving forward, all is divine. Yeah, well, all is divine, even if we're not moving forward, because at some point you will get sick and tired of being stuck, and then you'll start to move forward again. Or you will go backwards, and you will then go backwards for so long that you hit rock bottom, and then you're tired, and then you start moving forward again. So no matter what, you will end up moving forward. It's just who decides to do it through intention, who decides to do it because that's what they know they want to get done. Yes? Yes. So again, this guy has a watch in his hand and a sword. So it's being prepared. He's not in a stance of fighting, but he knows what time it is, okay? He knows what time it is. He's going out into the light. He is hitting his, you can't see the timepiece, but it's right there. It's right there. And so that is where we want to find ourselves, and that is where we will find ourselves after we find ourselves in this fertile period. So be ready to up and move. If you have a business that you don't go to an office every single day, just be sure to be ready. Maybe you're ready to expand and someone invites you to be a vendor somewhere. Maybe you have frequent flyer miles and you're like, oop, I can do it. So be ready to move around. Be ready to become lighter, okay? Not even just physically, but spiritually. Be ready to zip out, in and out of dimensions. We're going in and out of things. Yes? Yes? All right. So as it pertains to the second question, we had first, as it pertained to the actions that we were to take. Patience and planning was first. We see next was partnerships and alliances. And lastly was recognition and reward. So starting with the patience and the planning, if you look at this photo, let me see, we can get it without the glare. We have the 2 columns next to each other, which look like an 11, which is actually a space of portal movement. So like when we see 1111 and the synchronicity, a lot of times that is a portal opening. And when I say a portal opening, we talk about portals. What are portals? Everything is multi-dimensional. We are living a lot of different experiences at the same time, and the way our mind, the way our consciousness focuses and processes, that's what decides what reality we are living in and what reality we experience. So when portals are opening, these are time, like the guy has the timepiece, like time travel, going into the light, but being able to go into spaces in our mind, whether it be past, present, or future, doing it intentionally to retrieve parts of ourselves, retrieve our energy with people that we left it with, retrieving our ideas that we left in the past and we can't get them out of our mind. Or maybe traumas that have happened and we keep going over it in our head. How could I have helped? How could I have made it better? How could I have changed it? What did I do wrong? Those things, using these energetic times, the patience and the planning. When you are patient and when you plan, everything opens up as it should. So as these opportunities open to go into your past and into the spaces where you may be stuck and bring yourself into the present moment, that's where the work is, and that's what we're doing. That's what that patience and planning brought up, okay? So patience and planning as it pertains to the transition that we are going through. And then being on the lookout for partnerships and alliances, that's pretty self-explanatory. And I always love this card because it means you're getting help. But it also means you might need to ask for it. So if you aren't getting it, don't just be all huffing and puffing, oh, I ain't getting the help I need. No, pull yourself out of it. Be like, hey, can y'all help me? I need some assistance. People are going to be more cooperative. I can guarantee you that. So patience and planning, and then knowing who, who's in your circle, who's on the same frequency, and making those partnerships and alliances. And baby, you will have your recognition and reward. It is time. All the work that you've already done in the past, all of that is ready. It's ready to be, it's like boiling to the surface. It's ready now. Not right now, at now. Now. Okay? Okay? So be humble. You want to make sure you humble, but don't worry. You can get your drip. You can look fancy. You might get an award. You might have to put on a nice dress. Someone's going to choose you, boo. Okay? But you got to go through the transition first. So keep up the good work. Holla at me if you need some assistance. If you need assistance with candle work, someone needs assistance with candle work. That's what just keeps happening in my head. So if you need assistance with candle work, because you are going through some spiritual shit, book an appointment with me at amora.as.me. And that's me, okay? So amora.as.me, we can book a session, and I can help you break some things during this extra special time. Yes? Besitos para todos. And I think that's it. Oh, let's get a mudra out in this piece. Yes, a hand mudra. So hand mudras are like yoga for your fingers. Yoga for your fingers, yoga for your fingers, yoga for your fingers. All right, so again, sending love, light, spirit, and truth into this deck, asking the source of all energy, love, life, spirit, and truth for two hand mudras for us to use in our daily practice until we forget to use them. Okay, that one is universal light. Lovely. And a second mudra for our assistance. Ooh, that was the earth element, so no, that's not. So maybe we should pull something from the earth energies, because that's what popped out. So I'm going to pull these out. Oh wait, that's earth, wind, and fire, water, air, and ether. Wait, no, that's 1, 2, 1. All right. Oh, listo, sí. Mira, ok. Tenemos 5, 6. Tenemos 6 cartas aquí. Elemento de tierra. The yoga poses that work with the earth element are tree pose, mountain pose, malasana squat. The sense of smell is connected to this earth element. This is the energy center of the root chakra. The symbols of the earth element are elephant, turtle, red square, tree with deep roots, and mountain. This element, this element rules the legs and feet, our elimination system, as well as the skeletal system. The qualities of the earth element are trust, stability, support, and organization. Yes? Do I know these words in Spanish? Trust, confianza, estabilidad. I don't know if that's really, if I just made that up. Apoyo is support, and organización is organization. Okay, tenemos 6 cartas. We have 6 cards of the earth elements. We also have the universal light that popped up, so we will look at that one. But asking for the earth element and the keepers of the earth element, the trees, the crystals, elephants, turtles, mountains, roots, which hand mudra, boom, there it is. Murtimura, mami. Okay, we have universal light and steadiness. So these 2 will be our mudras for the week or for however long you feel you would like to use it. Let's look up the space. So again, universal light. This, where'd it go? Okay, so this mudra is from the space or ether element. I'll read that to you guys as well. My nose is itching. It's dry. Okay. So the yoga poses for this are the half shoulder stand, the fish pose, as well as legs up the wall. It governs the sense of hearing, as well as the energy centers of the throat chakra and beyond. So the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the face chakra, the crown chakra. We have 12 chakra anyway, we're used to working with 7. We are now shifting. Most of us are moving into 12 and above. The symbols for the ether element are stars, the full moon, a circle, reflection of lights, and the constellations, like the stars. And it rules, again, the throat, the neck, the endocrine system, the thyroid, and the pineal gland. Qualities of the space element: liberation, expansion, awareness, purification, and consciousness. All right. So now, the universal light hand mudra. Sahasram. Down here. Can you guys pronounce it with me? Sahasrara, the Sahasrara mudra. It assists with meditation, concentration, and wisdom. The benefits of this mudra are it balances the right and left sides of the brain. It improves concentration and brain function. It stimulates the pituitary and the pineal gland. It reduces headaches and calms the spirit. It opens one to unified consciousness. Again, it's the element of space. Now here are the instructions, if you can't figure out how to do it from the picture. Bring the hands together, touching the tips of both thumbs and the tips of your index fingers. Spread the other fingers wide. Send the palms facing upward over the crown of the head. Practice this standing or seated, day or night, indoors or outdoors. And then the focus or the affirmation that you can say is, I awaken to the divine union of all in the universe. Ooh, I have not done this one because I would have remembered putting it above my head. I awaken to the divine union of all in the universe. Okay, so let's do it. Bringing the hands together, touching the tips of both thumbs and the tips of index fingers. Spread the other fingers wide. Send the palms facing upwards above the crown of the head. Practice this standing or seated. What? I shaved my tits. And then we are saying, I awaken to the divine union of all the universe. I awaken to the divine union of all the universe. I awaken to the divine union of all the universe. I awaken to the divine union of all the universe. Woo! That's actually, that opens up some stuff. When you're doing that, doesn't it? Did you guys do it too? I like it, I like it. All right, so next is steadiness, which is the Murti Mudra. This one is grounding, stability, alignment. The benefits are it reduces stress and blood pressure. It assists in proper spinal alignment. It helps to reduce anxiety. It creates physical body connection. Of course, element of earth. The instructions are interlace the fingers to the outside, right thumb over left. Extend the pinky fingers straight out. Gently press them together. Rest the hands below the belly or in the lap. Relax shoulders and lengthen the spine. And then the affirmation is, I cultivate steadiness, comfort, and ease in my body. How magically delicious is this? That we start with the universe and that sun energy, that light, like into the cosmos, pulling that in through our palms, and then cultivating connection to the physical body through the earth element. Like, it's exactly what we did in our little meditation space. So let's do it again. Interlace fingers to the outside, right thumb over your left. Extend the pinky fingers straight out and gently press them together. Rest the hands below the belly or in the lap. Whew. Relax your shoulders and lengthen your spine. I cultivate steadiness, comfort, and ease in my body. I cultivate steadiness, comfort, and ease in my body. I cultivate steadiness, comfort, and ease in my body. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we started in meditation, going from our root chakra, from our feet, from our earth center, to the universe, to the sun, to the cosmos, to the ether. And then we now have hand mudras that are in alignment with exactly that. So remember, we have this one, and then right thumb over left, pinkies out, press them, and this one. And I suggest doing it standing up every day. Say those mudras, say those affirmations 3 times each, maybe doing the whole cycle 3 times. So up top, 1, 2, 3, bottom down here, 1, 2, 3, up top, 1, 2, 3, again, 1, 2, 3, one more time, 2, 3, and lastly, 2, 3. Okay? So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Oh, here we go. Thank y'all, 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 thank y'all. Yes. Look how long this one is. Isn't this great? I found it in Tulum. All right, guys. Many loves, life's kisses, and blessings and blisses to you. And heart crystals. Bye.